Good morning. Today we'll start with thermodynamic property relations. The Maxwell relations have far-reaching implications in thermodynamics and are frequently used to drive useful thermodynamic relations. The Klepper equation is one such relation, and it enables us to determine enthalpy change associated with a phase change, such as enthalpy of vaporization, which is HFG, from a knowledge of pressure, volume, and temperature data alone. So take this Maxwell relation, which is we had read above, del P by del T by V at constant volume is equal to del S by del V at constant temperature. So during a phase change process, the pressure is the saturation pressure, which depends on temperature only and is independent of specific volume. So this del P by del T becomes this dP by dt saturated. So this will replace this dP by dt saturated here. So when you integrate, you will get this Sg minus Sf dP by d saturated Vg minus Vf. So we are talking about the phase change process. So this is the, you can say, solid, vapor and liquid. This is your pressure temperature diagram for your fluid. You can see here, when your phase change phase, you will shift from this region to this region. So this we have to find, this is your slope, which is del P by del T, when your which is constant. So during this saturation temperature, so this we have to, when you shift the shape, we will shift from you can say liquid to the gas vapor phase. So that is why when you integrate this equation here, you have to treat the fluid phase as well as gaseous phase. So Sg minus Sf is equal to dP by dt saturation Vg minus Vf. So this dP by dt saturation is equal to Sfg by Vfg. During this process, the pressure also remains constant. Therefore, from the equation, so take this enthalpy equation in which if dP is 0, so we have developed this relation dH is equal to dash T dds, and when you integrate between fluid and gas, you will get this relation HFG is equal to T SFG. Now you can replace this FSG with HFG and T. So dP by T saturation is equal to HFG by T VFG. So this is the relation which will give you the value of enthalpy during the phase change. If you know pressure, temperature and volume terms, you can find the enthalpy change during the vapor, you can change of phase, which is called Clapeyron equation after the French engineer and physician E. Clapeyron. This is important thermal relation since it enables us to determine the enthalpy of vaporization HFG at a given temperature by simply measuring the slope of the saturation curve on pressure temperature diagram and a specific volume of saturated liquid and saturated vapor at the given temperature. The Clapeyron equation is applicable to any phase change process that occurs at constant temperature pressure. So it can be expressed in general form. So dP by dt saturation is equal to H12 by temperature into V12, where 1 and 2 indicate the two phases. The Clapeyron equation can be simplified for liquid vapor and solid vapor phase changes by using some approximation, because at low pressure volume of gas is much greater than volume of fluid. So we can replace this, means we can replace that VFG is equal to almost equal to gas, means fluid vapor is negligible. So we can assume that gas vapor is equal to almost equal to VFG. By treating the vapor as a ideal gas, we have Vg is equal to RT by P. So vapor can be also treated as ideal gas. So this is PV is equal to RT relation for the vapors, and substituting this approximation into equation, this Vg can be replaced by Vfg can be replaced by V gas, and you can instead of you can say Vg, you can write it can be treated as ideal gas. You can replace this Vg further by in terms of pressure, temperature and R. We get this relation. Now for small temperature interval, this HFG can be treated as a constant at some average value. So then if you integrate these by treating HFG constant, you will get this HFG by R dt by T square, and you integrate, you will get this log P2 by P1 saturation is equal to HFG by R into 1 by T1 minus T2, and this equation is called Clapeyron-Clausius equation, and it can be used to determine variation of saturation pressure with temperature. So means you can say during the stream table, this relation is very useful, which gives us the variation of saturation pressure with temperature. Means whatever the pressure and temperature, corresponding to saturation, you will get into the steam table. This can be produced from this relationship. General relations for du, dH, ds, Cv and Cp. The state postulate established that the state of a simple compressive system is completely specified by two independent extensive properties. Therefore, at least theoretically, we should be able to calculate all the properties of a system at any state once two independent intensive properties are available. This is certainly good news for properties that cannot be measured directly, such as internal energy, enthalpy and entropy. However, the calculation of these properties from measured ones depend on the availability of simple and accurate relations between two groups. So we have here, we choose the internal energy to be function of temperature and volume, that is U is a function of temperature and volume. Now take its total differential, you will get du is equal to del u by del t. Volume is constant with respect to dt and du by d would be temperature is constant with respect to dv. So this is a differential form using the relation definition of Cv that we know du is equal to, so change in internal energy with respect to temperature at constant volume is called specific heat at constant volume Cv, dt plus del u by del v, temperature is constant dv. So now we choose the entropy to be a function of temperature and volume. So in this equation we know that entropy is a function of temperature and volume. So you can derive, for if entropy is a function of two variables, that is temperature and volume, you can derive the same relation here, differential form. Substituting this into TdS relation, that ddu is equal to TdS minus PdV. So you can replace entropy here and you can replace if you replace this ds value here, you will get this equation. Now 1227 equation, equating this 1227 equation with this 1225 equation, because this is also change in internal energy, differential change in internal energy, and this is also differential change in energy. When you equate these two, you will get this equation, that coefficient of dt and dv in equation. When you equate this coefficient dt and dv coefficient, you will get this equation and you will get this equation. So using the Maxwell equation relation, this is the Maxwell relation. So you can replace value of entropy and volume when temperature is constant in terms of pressure and temperature. So you get this equation. Now substituting this equation in here, you had the value of del u by del v. So this del u by del v value put here, you will get du in terms of Cv dt and pressure. So we get this final relation, that is d is equal to Cv dt plus in terms of pressure. Now the change in internal energy of simple compressive system associated with the change of state from T1 V1 to T2 V2 means the internal energy is a function of temperature and volume. So initial temperature 1 is T1 V1 and final is T2 V2, and if you want to integrate, you will get this relation, that is change in internal energy. So next is enthalpy change. The same way you can find the enthalpy change. So let treat H is a function of temperature and pressure, two properties. So apply the differential form. In the differential form, this equation become this using the definition of Cp. So we know this del H by del T at constant pressure is Cp dt plus this equation. So now we choose the entropy to be a function of temperature and pressure, that is we take S is a function of temperature and pressure. In the differential form, this equation become this. We also know that from TdS relation, dH is equal to TdS plus VdP. So when you take value of dSE from here and you will put here, you will this value of dH in terms of dt and dP, equating the coefficients of this equation and this equation of dt as well as dP, you will get these two equations. Now using the Maxwell fourth relation, that is del H by del P at constant temperature will become V minus T. From instead of here, you can put this value, del S by del P at constant temperature is equal to del V by del T at constant pressure. So this is Maxwell fourth relation. So the equation will become, now put this del H by del P in the above equation. Here put the value of del H by del T at constant pressure. You will get the final relation as dH is equal to Cp dt plus V minus T del V by del T at constant pressure dP. So the change in enthalpy of simple compressive system associated with the change of state from T1 P1 to T2 P2 is determined by integrity. So when you integrate this, you will get H2 minus H1 is equal to T1 minus T2, T from T1 to T2 Cp Dt plus P1 to P2 and this value. And when you integrate, you will solve this. So you had this equation. In reality, one needs to only determine either U2 minus U1 means this change in internal energy or change in enthalpy. And from if you get one value, you can easily find the other one from this relation H is equal to U plus PV, which is here. So this is up to here about the enthalpy change, entropy change. The first relation is obtained by replacing the first partial derivative in the total differential ds, that is equation 12.6 by 12.28, and the second partial derivative by Maxwell equation 12.28 yield. Take this equation, this component replaced by this C by T and this component replaced by Maxwell relation, you will get this relation, and when you integrate this you will get entropy change. The second relation is obtained by replacing the first partial derivative in total differential equation ds by, so take this relation 12/32 and this replace del S by del T at constant pressure with the Cp by T and this del Y del P at constant temperature with Maxwell equation. The fourth Maxwell relation, you will get this equation, and when you integrate you will get entropy change in terms of specific heat. So the proper choice depends on available data. Whatever data is available, you can find the entropy change.